Greetings everyone, welcome one and all to Bukhosi Kupa channel. My name is Basimane Bukhopani, aka Maitiana B. Welcome once again. It has been such a long time since our last presentation on this series that we have termed The Loss of Asseveration, a Botswana Perspective. And we present you today with Asseveration number 6. Yes, hopefully we will be able to continue without any interruptions, and also we hopefully the sound, as some of you have pointed out, and we've taken note of it, that the sound quality wasn't that great, and we look forward to making improvements, and hopefully this presentation is one such improvement. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe and give your comments below. We'd really appreciate the exchange that we're having with you. And now let's jump right into it without any waste of time. Okay, if you haven't watched any of our previous videos on this subject, please do so that you can avoid confusion. Because why? The reason why is because there are some hieroglyphs here that have already been touched on, which you should already be familiar with at this point. And for that reason, we are not going to go over them. We're just simply going to skim over them, because those who have already been following the series, should already be familiar with them. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. These are the glyphs. This set of glyphs, we're not touching too much on this one, and this one, right? Because they've already been discussed in previous presentations. But what do they mean? In, by, through, so says. E, which also means O, is an exclamation. There is not really a consensus amongst linguists and Egyptologists as to how these set of glyphs should be transliterated. Okay, but nevertheless, we have them in Setswana as Ana, which means assuredly by my word of a truth, really, truly, vows, solemn promise, etc. O, exclamation, allow, let, permit. Okay, we mainly use for reasons that that have already been explained in a previous presentation. You'll have to go to the beginning to be able to know why we use this on Bukhosi Kupa channel. Okay. Then we go to the next set of glyphs, which are the two lions, which each has an r sound, right? Ta, this glyph ta, and then these two strokes represents an E or an A. Okay, because there'll be some disagreement as to what this actually represents. For me, it is both. It is E or A, or even the third E. Okay, what is this? What is it transliterated as? It's transliterated as Rerti, which means two lion gods, Tefnut and Shu. Also Ruti, God. And in Setswana, we have an exact equivalent, which is Ririta or Ririta, which means haul, convey, take all, gather. Why? Because this here, Rirti, is a metaplesis for glottis and the esophagus. Okay, it's a metaplesis for the glottis and the esophagus. Okay. Of course, to find out what that means, go back to our previous presentations, what metaplesis means and how is it used. Next set of glyphs, peri, the enclosure, the what is called a mouth, another subject, and what is called legs. All right. Peri, go, come out, escape from, motion, procession. we've already explained this. In Setswana, we use the word polia, meaning to go wander or to move about or traverse. Okay, although we have other meanings as well. All right. M, we've already touched on this. We're not going to touch on it again. The glyphs pa and ta, okay, with a surface or a table like surface. Pet, which means cover, canopy, sky, heaven. And in Setswana we have equivalents, pati or pati. Okay, the inflection changes the meaning of this one word. It gives it, two different meanings: pati or pati. And then we have pata or pata, pata or pata. Even that, the meaning is changed. What do we get? We get covering or cover, concealer or conceal, table, flat surface, sheath or shaft. Okay. Also, pata means to bury, okay, or burial. This is a metonym for epiglottis. Okay, the metonym for epiglottis. And of course, some people who have been studying hieroglyphs, Egyptology, linguistics for many years, they will probably think, whoa, this guy is, he forgot to take some meds. He must be on some trip. He's crazy. All right. That may not be so. Truth be told, what I'm presenting here is a perspective that has been somewhat deliberately, I would say, being concealed or covered up, all right, by those people who gave us Egyptology. When they gave us Egyptology, they gave the world a new religion, okay, and they concealed the truth behind certain things. And I can tell you, if you stay with me, you will discover this. I cannot promise you how soon this will be, but I will share this with you and show you that even the secret societies, all right, they know the things that I will be presenting. Okay, and they've been putting it out in movies. They've been putting it out in books. Okay, and it's a secret that is out in the open. Okay, the fact that I'm pointing out that these laws or these asseverations, right, they are all about some things in the body. They are about things in the body, but not denying the fact that the application of the glyphs can be used just like, words, to have other meaning besides what I'm presenting here. Okay, but in this case, they have everything to do with what's taking place in the body. Not somewhere in heaven, not somewhere up in the sky. Okay, according to religious beliefs. Okay, let's jump right in. Let's keep going. Next up, we have touched on this, nen, which means not, nena, which means avoid, do not, no, not, reject. Okay. And then we have these set of glyphs. It's a Ureus snake. Okay. Which is called Aje. I think in Yoruba, I believe Aje. And we have also this stick, okay, what I would call a napkiri in in Afrikaans, napkiri. All right. And these are the only set of glyphs that are actually articulated. Okay. These are just acting as determinatives. All right. And here we have the word haji. Haji. Damage, destruction, to slander, to mar, to calumniate, to injure, destroy, annul, waste, degrade. Okay. Calumniate. Huta, which means strip, thin out, pluck off. Heta, meaning agitate, convulse, churn, ferment, kindle, inflame, to anger, stir up a conflict. All right. So as you can see here with these words, we have the similarities or even equivalence in terms of what they define. All right, although using different words. Okay, degradation can can be ferment, or can be to thin out or pluck off or to strip. That in itself can be degradation. Okay, calumniate, to inflame to anger or to stir up a conflict. All right, so what's the difference? The D with the macron below, it's a j sound here according to linguists, but I have found it that it is also a tl sound, which is unvoiced apical alveolar lateral fricative. Okay. In Setswana, in other words that you find this ureus snake, we have that sound. We have the ch sound, ch sound. Okay, it's not that it's missing in Setswana. It's just that in other applications, there is a change of the sound in order to create new words, so that there is not, I guess, in a sense, a confusion between words. All right, but using the same symbol. It's like an equivalent of what I would call what a C in English can also, can be pronounced as an S or a K, right? Or a Q can be pronounced as a Q and a K. All right, so we have those kinds of things. Okay, next up we have this word dibech, dibech, or ha, dibech, debech, foodstuff. In Setswana we have tobocha, tobocha, or tobocha, which means free flow or movement of liquid or food. Okay, and the D is in this word is equivalent to the T, which is unvoiced aspirated apical alveolar stop. All right, so what is it saying? It is up to you, the viewer. This is a challenge to you to figure out what it means. There is no wrong or right, but do your best to translate. And here it is. We have it as a ririti poleamo pata nene hetla toboha. A ririti poleamo pata nene hetla toboha. That's it for this evening, and we look forward to giving you some exciting presentations in our next episode in this series of the Botswana perspective with regards to the laws of MAAT.